Hi, Bala.
Hi, sir.
So, what we went through, we have seen use cases of data science with fraud detection, healthcare, customer churn prediction, demand forecasting in retail, personalized marketing, and recommendation systems. And
Yes, sir.
also, we saw two use cases: technical design and development plans, also along with coding guidelines. Now, the third one is telecom related thing, use case. Today's topic. And we'll take another use case also, demand forecasting in retail. Then we'll walk through that. So third one is customer churn prediction in telecom. What is it? Use predictive analytics to identify customers at high risk of churning. So let us say uh, some kind of customers are there, they are not satisfied to take any other services. So only basic plan they will be there. Okay. Then what kind of way we can convince them? Let us say 5 years back, if you are using Geo, they never bothered about Airtel, BSNL, any other. Okay, Tata Indica, Tata Docomo, or whatever services were there, right? Vodafone, such kind of things. Now, if you see the current situation in India is Jio is top notch paid subscription. After that, Airtel and other companies are
Airtel,
coming.
they started
Ah,
increasing.
right. But BSNL is the lowest, they are saying, lowest cost one. So everybody is migrating to BSNL. You know that, right? So how you can control it? Geo cannot control unless they reduce the prices, right? In the earlier days, they used to give highly competent rates, and also for few months they gave free phone and free subscriptions also. That's where customer flowed to Geo, lakhs of customers in few months itself, right?
Yes, sir.
So for that, what we need to do, develop targeted marketing campaigns and retention strategies for at risk customers. See, basically in the data science, there is a data scientist. The data scientist role is to devise particular business strategies for business people to follow through data science concepts. So the second row line, if you see, who is doing this? Develop targeted marketing campaigns and retention strategies for a risk customers. Who are the risk customers? You can convince particular customers. So you need to develop strategies for that customers, how to convince them and continue like that. Let us say I disconnected from Geo, I migrated to Airtel. Once one connection recently. 3 weeks I used to get the calls from Geo. Earlier they never called, even though I used Geo for 4 years or something, right? So that kind of
Yes, sir.
campaigns will come, right? That planning need to be done by the data scientist. Okay. Then implement customer segmentation based on behavior and preferences to personalize retention efforts. So what is the segmentation based means? Region wise they can divide it. Region wise they can give discounts also, and and customer what they are looking for. Like they can offer some kind of free calls or free uh, internet or movies watching or whatever services they have. Some of them they can offer free, so they will be attracted it. So that is the personalized retention efforts they are going to do. It means when you do customer churn prediction, these are the strategies they need to define it in this use case. Now, the same use case, we are going to see how this can be designed in a technical design format using the data science and ML. Okay, 1 minute. So this is the technical design solutions. Customer churn prediction in telecom, how it is. Data pre-processing will happen. That is mandatory activity. Pre-process call logs, customer demographics, and usage data to prepare it for analysis. All these things offline they are going to do in the monthly billing. We are going to get some kind of information like there is a detailed call report will be there. So phone number wise, they'll give how many minutes they spoke, what time it started, like that. Then they also will give demographic wise to which location we called. Then usage data is internet usage can be there, number of SMS messages can be used. There is no unlimited SMS messages in most of the subscriptions. They say 100 SMS per month or 1000 SMS, like that, depends on the deals they give it. This depends on the subscription plan. So all these data they need to do pre-processing for analysis purpose. Then after that, they need to go to predictive modeling, implement machine learning models to analyze customer behavior data and predict the likelihood of customer churn. So they need to take this and write some kind of libraries. We are going to see in the development plan what are those things. So customer segmentation is what use clustering algorithms to segment customers based on behavior and demographics for targeted retention efforts. So these are the areas we can see how we can retain the customers demographic wise. Each demographic is one cluster, you can say, like AP region, Telangana region, Karnataka region, like that. It can be divided. So retention strategies are there. Develop targeted retention strategies and marketing campaigns based on the predictions to reduce customer churn. Right. Now the same use case, how it can happen for the development plan. Plan to work closely with telecom operators to access customer data and design data processing pipelines. This is whose role? The technical designer role, tech lead. Assume that data science tech lead or ML tech lead. So he need to be in connection with telecom operators to access customer data, and later he need to design the processing pipelines. What is the processing pipelines we discussed? Pre-processing pipelines. The first
Sir,
data
I
set
have
is.
a doubt here. So,
Hmm.
here we are using like real-time customer data for analysis, right? There will be
Hmm.
no does GDPR compliance and comes into this place, just want to understand on the part.
Can you repeat your question?
So, it is always prohibited to use PIA data, right? This phone number
Hmm.
kind of thing for
Hmm.
doing analysis.
Hmm.
So, how do they avoid security
No, no,
breaches in
no.
this?
See, here basic ID is customer ID is phone number only, right? Because data logs comes from phone number only, right?
Yes, sir.
You can't protect that. It is not under privacy, right? They need to process for campaign purpose. Let us say you plan for campaign purpose by taking the data, customer data, the phone number, such kind of things, right? If you see here, call logs are there. Call logs are coming on what basis? What is the index? Index is on the phone number only.
Got it.
You can't use it is under padding or security purpose or something, not like that. That is mandatory for this data analysis, right? Okay. So document the data integration process. Oh, sorry, coding guidelines. This is uh, develop customer churn prediction models using machine learning algorithms techniques tailored to telecom datasets. So prediction models are nothing but this customer used last month these services and this many calls he made it local, national, international, like that. And SMSs, how many he sent, how much internet data he used, all that they're going to analyze it. Then to analyze that, they need to develop some kind of algorithms. The algorithms can be in the form of any tool or Python also. We are going to see in the coding guidelines. Okay. So implement customer segmentation strategies based on behavior and usage patterns to personalize retention efforts. So, create dashboards or reporting tools for telecom operators to visualize churn predictions and segment performance. Okay, so these are the developers plan, but how they are going to do? What is the coding guidelines for this third case? So coding guidelines are use scalable data processing frameworks to handle large volumes of customer data from churn prediction. Large volumes, if you want to handle, one is you are getting the data in the divided data sets, region wise or district wise or something like that. Then write clear and concise code comments to explain the rationale behind customer segmentation and churn prediction algorithms. So you design some algorithms. On the basis of that, you are going to develop the code. The code development, we're not saying here using Python or any other particular scripting language or something, but it is developers' concern to consider the technology. But in the code design, it should have these kind of specifications. Write clear and concise code comments to explain the rationale behind customer segmentation and churn prediction algorithms. Implement unit tests to validate the accuracy of churn prediction models and customer segmentation logic. So the development plan is work with telecom operators to access pre-processed customer usage data for predictive modeling. Develop and validate machine learning models for customer churn prediction and segmentation using telecom specific data sets. Whatever we planned in the beginning in the business use case, data sets were divided according to the geographic locations or demographic locations. All those data sets are used it here for training the models. Model is what? Algorithm. That algorithm need to be tested. So once it is tested and passed the data with the prediction information, then that is through. So plan for the integration of churn prediction models with telecom CRM systems for real-time customer insights. So this is the one which is going to be for development plan. Okay. Now this is about third use case. Third use case we have seen. Now, do you have any questions here? You can raise the questions.
No, sir, it's clear.
Okay. So this is a high-level design plan and coding guidelines they are giving it, but they are not specific what code need to be used, all those things. That is another guidelines they need to follow. Technically depends on the developer skills basically. Let us say one guy is expert in Perl, another guy is expert in Python, other guy is expert in something. They need to unify, make some unique law in the development design coding. Use Python as a standard one. That need to be decided by the development manager. But specifications, everything is given from the designer level to the development people to follow and develop the code and give the models to the users. That is the expectation. You got it?
Got it.
Okay. So fourth one is demand forecasting. We'll see in utilize time series analysis to forecast demand for different production locations. So what is forecasting basically? Forecasting is in retail industry. Let us say this month some items were purchased more. Okay, I mean last month. Okay, July month. Now they are predicting for next month what can be the purchases can happen it, and are there any festivals? Festivals for festivals they will buy more. Then they need to forecast that in the retail industry. According to that, they need to keep inventory. You know very well, right? The store people do that as a regular
Yes,
basis,
sir. Even
right?
that is how the cloud scaling works, actually, right?
Yes.
Cloud scaling works on based upon the forecasting of the data given by ops team and
Mm.
other team.
Yes.
We scale up the resources and everything.
Yes. So forecasting is depends on the existing sold out and also any special occasions are there that need to be considered it. Then implement dynamic pricing strategies based on demand forecast and market conditions. You know very well when demand is
Bus
there,
tickets,
yes,
simple.
the rate will hike. The
Yeah,
price is going
demand.
hike.
Yeah,
That is common,
that and
right?
that is a very common scenario. Even
Yes. So
flight tickets as well.
yes. So optimize inventory management through predictive analytics to reduce stockouts and overstock situations. It need to
Yeah.
be balanced out. Stock and overstock need to be balanced. Stock need to be
Yes.
balanced basically. Okay.
Yeah.
Stock need to be balanced depends on the purchases. So when they are accelerating the purchase, one need to identify it is going to consume in next 1 week. We need to get the quantity,
Yes, sir.
new quantity, right? So this is about solution, business solutions. So now let us see technical design for this use case. Data pre-processing, how it happens, it clean and pre-process sales data, market trends, external factors for analysis. So in every activity, if you see, data pre-processing is common. So we need the data to process it and develop the modeling. Modeling inputs are required from the data. So you need to clean and pre-process sales data every activity, and use the market trends also. Market trend is nothing but last month this much sale happened. Now in August month we have some festivals. What is the sale can happen? All those things need to be identified. Then external factors for analysis. External factors means there can be special occasions also in particular location, demographic wise, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Then
sir.
more visitors will come. That time
Yeah,
retail industry need to predict it and
predict.
forecast.
That's what. Yeah, that's what these people like business analyst team and other people do.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So what is time series analysis here? Utilize time series forecasting techniques to predict demand for different products and locations.
Okay.
Okay, times each duration, what is the scale up need to be there? Like
Yeah.
re-inventory, increase the stock, and reorder level need to be increased rate, such kind of thing. There is a stock, there is a reorder level.
Yeah.
Reorder need to be automated according to the stock required. The stock requirement can change week to week, depends on the demand. Depend what the demands can vary, depends on the demography wise, depends on the situation wise, depends on the special occasions also for the retail industry. These all comes under domain expertise of the retail industry.
Yes, sir.
So the data scientists need to understand those business logic and business strategies also, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. So time series, how you are going to implement it here in the technical design. Utilize time series forecasting techniques to predict demand for different products and locations. As I discussed with you, demographic wise, that is part of that. Then inventory optimization. Develop inventory management strategies based on demand forecast to optimize stock levels and minimize inventory costs. So I discussed with you, reorder level need to be maintained, stock level need to be maintained, and stock level can increase or can decrease also. We don't need this much now in the next month like that, because you are investing on that stock. That investment is going to be parked there if you are buying more quantity, right? Then dynamic pricing. Implement dynamic pricing strategies based on demand forecasts and market conditions to maximize revenue. That's obviously.
Yeah.
So this is the one. Now, fourth one, we discussed about the business cases, business side and technical design. Now let us see in the development plan. So
Yeah.
fourth one is, what is the development plan for this one? Plan to collaborate with retail stakeholders to gather sales data. This is the common activity for the development plan. In every task for development plan, they need to get the data. They need to get connection with the external parties to get the data. So gather sales data, market trends, inventory information for analysis. So one need to be there to predict the data and give that. So data scientist job is this one actually. Okay. Then develop data pre-processing pipelines to clean, aggregate, and prepare data for time series forecasting. So here, data pipeline needs some kind of activities. It need to perform cleaning of the data. Cleaning of the data means some junk characters can be there, invalid data can be there. All those need to be done. Then they need to aggregate it. Then after that, prepare data for time series forecasting. Time series what? Weekly you can forecast it, monthly you can forecast, season wise you can forecast, and special occasion also you can forecast. Let us say Ganesh festival is there in September, right? August 15th is there. So there are so many festivals will come after September. Each festival wise they can see time series, fix it the time. At that
Yes, sir.
time, what is the inventory required? Or how
Yeah.
many customers we can
Uh,
buy.
yeah. Got it, sir.
Right. Then implement time series forecasting models to predict product demand and optimize inventory levels. So basically, what happens? You are getting all these information analysis and design. Then you are going to develop the models. Integrate the demand forecasting models with retail ERP systems or inventory management tools for automated decision making. The decision making is required with automation because when you enter the data automatically, it should give what is the reorder level need to be increased when demand is there, right?
Yes, sir.
Let us say if you have ordered last week some 1,000 items quantity for
Yeah.
particular item, then this week they'll say 2,000 are required. Then
Yes,
that is
sir.
going to be updated in the decision
Yeah.
making for the inventory management, right?
Yes, sir.
This is about developer's plan. Now let us say, let us go to see this one, coding guidelines. Build efficient data pipelines for aggregating and processing retail sales data and market trends. Yes, obviously. So use time series analysis libraries and frameworks to develop robust demand forecasting models. See, time series, there is a statistical analysis algorithms are there. You might use TensorFlow or R programming. There, they'll have separate libraries. Python also will have time series related modules, technical modules. Those can be used it by taking the input and analyze the data for that. It is an automation kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
If you give the data and run the script, then it gives the output like a analyzed
Output
report.
analysis, like they use
Yes.
TensorFlow models and everything. Yeah, got it.
Yes, yes. So implement automated testing and validation scripts to ensure the accuracy and reliability of forecasting models.
Yeah.
Right, these are the scripts we are going to use it. Then what is the development plan? Collaborate with retail stakeholders to gather and pre-process historical sales data and market trends for demand forecasting. Yes, obviously stakeholders are there, retail
Yes, sir.
for retail stores.
Yeah.
You need to work with the stakeholders also and pre-process historical sales data. We discussed in this earlier series also how we can collect the data, time series can be implemented, all those things.
Yes,
So
sir.
develop time series forecasting models to predict product demand and optimize inventory levels. Yes. Plan for integration of demand forecasting models with retail inventory management systems for automated decision making. So this is about development plan. Okay. Now we will see fifth one. Do you have any questions here at this point?
So it's like as of now, no, to be honest.
Okay. See, what is happening, you observe it. From the
Yeah.
use case level to the business case, we are expanding little bit. Then later on, we are going with the technical solution design. The technical solution design and development plans are coincided. It is similar, just 20% extra only. It is modified. And when it goes to the developers guidelines, it is following some standards to follow. It is not instructing here the scripting part or script solutions. That is separate. Okay. So if you want to develop particular script, there is a script requirement. That requirement need to be converted into a prompt for ChatGPT or some other tool. Then using that prompt, it can generate the script. Python script or some other scripting part. Then that need to be tested it with the data, input data. It means data is mandated in these areas. So when data is there, you need to go and sit there with the development team or somebody about the protection of the data as security guy, right?
Exactly. There comes my role, to be honest.
Yes,
Kind of thing. Yeah.
right. So now fifth one, let us say. See, what happens is, I'll tell you, earlier in our development projects, when plan meeting used to happen, the QA guy used to come and sit in the meeting. He
Okay.
used to note down that according to his checkpoints.
Yeah.
He was a police also, policing kind of thing,
Like he notes all the things actually.
right? So you also need to work like that.
Yeah.
Right. Next one
Got it,
is
sir.
fifth use case, personalized marketing and recommendation systems. You have seen so far fraud detection for financial transactions, healthcare predictive analytics, and we saw telecom churn prediction. for customer churn prediction, then demand forecasting. Now we are going to see
Yeah.
personalized marketing and recommendation systems. Now,
Yeah.
how we are going to do here? Plan to work with marketing teams to understand customer segmentation criteria and decide personalization levels. What is personalized marketing? Let us say if you have a store, customers revisit need to happen. How revisits will happen? You have to give some kind of campaign, some new offers also. Then they will
Yes, sir.
revisit. That need to be planned it. So that planning is going to work in the personalized marketing campaign. For that purpose, we are designing this data science design, right? So now, second point is develop recommendation engine algorithms based on collaborative filtering or content-based filtering techniques. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, design A/B testing frameworks to evaluate the effectiveness of personalized marketing campaigns and recommendation strategies. So, A/B testing is alpha beta testing kind of, right?
Yes, sir.
So, when you are doing campaigning, you need to do testing also for the campaign. So, you have to give the customer data and test it also. So, some dummy
Yes, sir.
email IDs you need to test it. So, implement
Yeah.
customer segmentation strategies to tailor marketing messages and offer based on customer preferences and behavior. So
Yeah.
here the strategies are need to be tailored. The customers' strategies here for marketing purpose. Okay, some
Yeah.
voice is coming, background noise.
Uh, yeah.
One moment. Yeah, it is reduced right now. Heavy raining. Hello,
Yes, sir. It's
Bala.
right. Yes, sir. It
Yeah.
reduced.
Okay. Now we'll see guidelines and development plan. Coding forecasting in retail. Coding guidelines build efficient data pipelines for aggregating and pre-processing retail sales data, market trends. So this is the way we are going to do. Pipelining data is mandatory in the coding guidelines because if you want to run the program, you need the data for developers purpose to
Yes.
test the program, right? Use time series analysis libraries and frameworks to develop robust demand forecasting models. As obviously, time series need to be designed it in such a way, different durations or demography wise also. Uh, Sorry, this is demand forecasting, personalized marketing we are supposed to. So here, the coding guidelines are follow industry best practices for developing recommendation engines and A/B testing frameworks. So, what is the industry here? Retail industry, you take any industry, you take it. Personalized marketing is required. So everywhere customers will be there. Customer reviews need to be assessed it. Whether are they going to come back, kind of thing. So implement user segmentation algorithms and personalized marketing messages based on customer behavior and preferences. So let us say you go to Amazon, you book one item, immediately after delivery you will get the message, give the feedback. How is the delivery associate communication? How is the packaging? All that 4 5 types will come. Then you give the feedback. If you give the feedback, then next you will get email asking, can you give the product review? If you give the product review, okay, you felt last time this product very good. The similar product has arrived online. Now you buy with the heavy discount they are giving. They will send one campaign, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm listening. Actually, I was
So
on mute. Actually. Yeah.
So such kind of messages need to be designed later under personalized marketing. Ensure that code is well documented to explain the rationale behind recommendation algorithms and A/B testing methodologies. Okay. So what is the development plan? Gather customer behavior and preference data for building personalized recommendation engines. Develop and test recommendation algorithms using collaborative filtering or content-based filtering techniques. So these are the techniques need to be used. Content based filtering, how you can use it. Content means what data it contains, what kind
Yeah.
of reason you are using it for
Yeah.
um, a time series or something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Then plan for implementation of A/B testing frameworks to evaluate the effectiveness of personalized marketing campaigns and recommendation strategies. So, testing frameworks also need to be identified to test the models. Okay. This is about fifth case with coding guidelines and development plan. Okay, so now we used all these things, uh, data science related and machine learning. Uh, this doesn't contain the machine learning, but we are going to work on machine learning use cases also. The same five use cases we are going to take it. We're going to work with those use cases also, how it can be derived into different phases for machine learning, the same use cases. You
Yeah.
can see the difference also in the implementation side. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes, sir.
I also want to show one thing here. Um, Let me some kind of solution for coding purpose. We saw fraud detection, right? In the fraud detection, development plan is there.
Yes, sir.
Coding guidelines, right? Coding guidelines for fraud detection. The first one we are taking. The coding guidelines, this is the one, okay? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to write a script for AI tool to get the solution. Uh, what kind of tools or scripting is the better one? Because I'm working as a developer now. Okay, I converted it developer. I'm writing it. Read this plan. I'm writing offline. I'll show you in the document once it is copied. Okay, this plan and guide how to use which best. See what I gave is the prompt. Read this plan, the development plan and coding guidelines. A guide on to use which coding is the best. Now it should do the tool. Then what
Yes,
I
sir.
will do, I will create one document. I will show you what it has given. Also, see what it has given. I will show you here in the document. Just let me share it 1 minute. Let me share. Is it visible? This one document. Bala.
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir. Sorry, I was speaking on
So
mute.
based on the
Please.
plan and guidelines provided for fraud detection in financial transactions, the best coding language to use would be Python. This is the best coding language it is suggesting AI tool. Python is a popular programming language in the field of data science and machine learning due to its extensive libraries such as scikit-learn and TensorFlow, which are mentioned in the plan. Now, if you see here, here is a breakdown of why Python is good choice for this project. Data pre-processing wise, Python provides libraries like pandas and NumPy that are commonly used for data pre-processing tasks such as data cleansing, feature extraction, and transformation. So it is giving this kind of guidelines. Now, in the machine learning models, Python's scikit-learn and TensorFlow are widely used frameworks for developing anomaly detection and prediction models. These libraries offer a variety of algorithms and tools to build and train machine learning models. Basically, anomaly detection is part of the predictive modeling, right?
Predictive.
Sorry,
Yes, sir.
fraud
Fraud
detection,
detection.
anomalies. So that
Yes,
is
sir.
the reason they are suggesting, the tools are suggesting, like you use Python's scikit-learn and TensorFlow libraries. Okay, it has got internally to detect the anomaly. If you see statistical analysis, there is some process in the statistics also to detect the anomalies. Okay, that particular library might be inbuilt with that statistical methods. Okay, then modular code is Python allows for writing modular and reusable code, which aligns with the guidelines of implementing modular code for feature engineering and model training. So basically, feature engineering I discussed with you in the beginning. You got some feedback from the customer. That Excel file is there. Okay, CSV file. In the CSV file, he has given the assistant, the data assistant has given customer ID, then customer contact number, email ID, and the feedback he has given it, and positive or negative. That's all. Now, what you are supposed positive, negative also it is not there. Let us say these four fields are there. What is the customer contact number, email ID, and feedback. That feedback, they wrote the comments. That's all. Now, what you need to do, you need to analyze that comments and convert them into positive, neutral, negative categories, feedback categories. That comes under feature engineering, basically, that activities. Then later on, you are going to write some kind of description automatically with the tools itself by using some Python libraries under feature engineering to write the description of the ticket. How you are going to do description from the ticket? Um, I will show some data here, some sample data, where we used it. Let me do one thing. Let me develop the data instead of looking for the file size. I don't know where it is. Write a customer ID feedback on one item with phone number, develop 10 records into CSV Excel format. Okay. See what I am doing here. I'll write the script A prompt here. In the top, I'll copy because you are seeing this document, right? So this is the prompt I
Yes,
have
sir.
given tool. Okay. Now what it does, it should give some kind of data. Can you convert CSV format? Okay, I got it into CSV format. We'll copy that. Now I will copy it here. See here, I asked customer ID, right? Then feedback, phone number. This is the header, Excel top
Yes, sir.
row. Cust ID, cust number 001. The product
Customer
is
ID.
excellent.
Yeah.
The last one is the number. Great service and fast delivery. Then third one
Yes,
is you
sir.
see, not satisfied with the quality. Then highly recommended this item. Then received a damaged product. Okay. Good value for money. It did not meet expectations. Okay. Negative feedback. product exceeded, unsatisfactory experience. Now, this data, what you are going to do under feature engineering, you are going to analyze it with particular scripting. That script is going to think this particular feedback and convert into feedback category like positive, negative, neutral kind of thing. Then later, you also will ask what is the description of this uh, customer feedback. Feedback description should be there. Feedback is different. The description is going to be used for some other purposes, for personalization, personal marketing purposes. Okay. Now, you are going
Yes,
to
sir.
use some library which can work for that feature engineering activities with this data. Okay. You got the clarity?
Yes, sir.
Technically speaking, there will be libraries for that. We are going to work on
So
that
it
in
will analyze and
development.
it will give a overall kind of rated kind of thing, right?
Yes, 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 that is correct. Okay, so that's where the machine learning model works. So the modular code also it is going to work with the same thing for reusability of the code. Then version control is common. We're using the Git. Python works well with version control system like Git, making it easy to track changes, collaborate with team members, and maintain code integrity. Right. So Python provides options for deploying models in production systems, whether through web frameworks like Flask or integration with real-time monitoring systems. So basically, you might have had Docker containers, right? Docker containers
Yes,
can
sir.
be made with Flask environment also. Flask is the development environment for Python. It is a framework, Python development framework. You can install Flask image. Within that image, you can work with the Python code running. Okay. So this is about the elaboration on our this one. Okay, so we asked based on the plan guidelines how it is going to be used technically. What kind of scripting tool can be used? What are the guidelines we can take it to use it? Now let us say if you want to work with data pre-processing. Now if I write a script here in the AI, let me do one thing here. I will write it here and can you extend this to guide on the scripting design? Okay, what I wrote is this is the one I wrote it. I'll copy here in the document. See here, I wrote to the AI prompt this one. Okay, now the output I'm going to copy it. Um, it is going to give some kind of script part. Okay, how to run it, all these things, guidelines. Okay, now you see
Yes.
here, this is the one. We saw that in the automation, right? AWS
Yeah,
automation, right?
yeah,
The same
yeah.
thing. Okay, so if you see here, uh, can you extend this to guide on the scripting design? Okay, I gave it. Here is an extended guide on how to design a scripting process for data pre-processing using Python libraries like Pandas and NumPy. Data pre-processing scripting design guide. So important import necessary libraries. Begin by importing required libraries for data pre-processing. Like you're getting the code part also how to use. This includes pandas and numpy which are essential for handling manipulating data efficiency. You are going to importing these libraries through your script into the environment, Python environment. Then you are going to load the data. Use pandas to read the data from a file or any data source into data frame. This allows you to work with the data in a tabular format. So that is the CSV file what we created it. That CSV file it is going to read it. Then after that data cleaning is there. So clean the data by handling missing values, removing duplicates, and addressing any inconsistencies in the data. So for that, it is going to use some kind of libraries. Okay, it is going to identify duplicates and drop not applicable or something like that. Check the data, inconsistencies, and handle them. Then it means it has taken care for data cleansing, then loading the data, then necessary libraries also import data. This is the guidelines it has given to use in the Python script. It means all these lines need to be inserted into the script. After that, we are going to see feature extraction. What is feature extraction? Extract relevant features from the data and that are necessary for fraud detection models. Feature extraction example is total amount you are extracting it under fees. Okay. Then data transformation is transform the data as required, such as normalized numerical features or encoding categorical variables. So data transformation example you are going to see here. These are the libraries. Okay. Then data pre-processing pipeline you are going to see this way. It means whatever data you are supplying it's going to run and check the invalid data and null data, such kind of things. Okay. Then feature extraction is you are extracting the amount. Let us say you want to extract only amount. You want to extract the feedbacks only. Yes, that field name need to be given from the data file, right? The CSV data
Yes,
or
sir.
whatever you are using it. So this is the program part, the scripting part basically. So apply the pre-processing script. Finally, apply the pre-processing script to your data before feeding it into fraud detection model. By following these steps, using Python libraries like Pandas, NumPy, you can
Yeah.
effectively pre-process your data for fraud detection in financial transactions. This structured approach ensures data integrity, consistency, and readiness for the model training phase. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's where this first module we got the solution with scripting part. It means developer can take forward to test that script with given data. So it means we went through the use cases into technical design, and after that we went through development plan, coding guidelines. Then later on, we also got the scripting part from tool, AI tool, right? With the AI prompt. Now, if we are developers, directly we can jump into the Python environment, in the Flask environment. We can run those
Yeah.
things and test it, provided we have the data.
Yes, sir.
It means one submodule is developed. Assume that. It means what we did it, we started with use cases, and each use case wise we designed business solution. Then later on we converted that technical design. Then we converted into development plan and coding guidelines. Then we took some submodule. We created the relevant Python code. It
Yes.
means complete solution end to end we discussed it for particular module in one use
Yes, sir.
case,
Yes, sir.
right? That is
Yes,
the
sir.
one. So this is the output of the data science scheduled session. How we can derive the solutions I showed you in the sessions, in
Yes, sir.
three different sessions basically, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll stop the recording.